Okay, folks, welcome to the Crack House Podcast. My name is Mike O'Sullivan. With me today, I got a real funny guy. You've seen him on Red Eye on Fox. He's worked with the likes of like Bobby Kelly, Danny Soda, Andrew Schultz, and he's got his own show, Bacon and Bets, with another comedian who I've actually had on the show, Alex Pavone. Welcome to the Crack House, Chris Scopo. What's up, dude?
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Were you the one that Pavone did the podcast and when he met you at a show in Forest Hills?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that
you?
was it.
Okay. Yeah, that's my that's the little guy, Pavone. I'm sure he's like a human chihuahua, we call him.
Oh, that guy's just full of, that guy never needs to do cocaine in his life.
No,
He's
he's done it. He's done it, and it's off the wall, off the rails. Honestly,
I wouldn't want to see him on drugs.
No, yeah, we used to live together. We lived together for like 3 or 4 years. Let me tell you, like when you're hungover and it's a Saturday morning, he's the last person you want to see because he comes in full of energy.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's 9 a.m. Get out of my face.
Yeah, I hate those people. So tell me about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
All right, I'm from Middle Village, Queens, so I'm pretty Queens till I die. I live in Astoria, Queens now. So big move for me. 15 minutes away. I still go to my parents' house every Sunday to do laundry. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up. I went to Holy Cross. Have you heard of that? It's in,
Yeah.
It's in Flushing. What's up?
Wow, you went to Holy Cross. I figured you would have been a Christ the King kid right up the block.
No way. No, the dummies went there. That's where the dummies went. So no, yeah. I don't know why my parents they want me to go to an old boys school, which is weird, but they didn't want me to go to King.
McClancy guy.
You're a McClancy guy?
Yeah.
I pass by there all the time. It's right by where I live. There, we used to play. I knew a lot of kids in the baseball team there, because I played travel baseball. We all like kind of play with each other in the summer. So all the Malloy kids, McClancy kids, we all knew each other.
Yeah, I went to school. There was a lot of Middle Village kids at McClancy when I went there. For some reason, just because of the Irish influence, Rockaway. Believe it or not, I got tons of Rockaway kids.
Yeah, those kids were weird because they took an hour and a half bus to get there.
Yep.
It was ridiculous. We had Holy Cross had a bunch of Rockaway kids actually as well, and they were like their own separate clique.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They're like these beach kids that are from Queens, but they have a Queens accent, but they have like the beach vibe. It's like, you're fucking weird, bro. It's like something's going on there.
It was Queens accents, and they all look like surfers.
Yeah.
That's Rockaway. Yeah, that's exactly what Rockaway is.
Yeah, it's like you're not even a beach. You have crack on they sell crack on the beaches of Rockaway. It's like, yeah, I went to Rockaway recently and they cleaned it up though, and I was shocked. I was like, you have no idea. There was needles all over the place when I was growing up.
Oh, that place used to be just. If you would have to go, well, you went to Rockaway, you went by the numbers. What street you going to? If you started giving out high street numbers, it's like, don't go there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so funny now. I went with somebody recently, and they're like, "I was like, where are we going? What number?" And they're like, "Well, I don't know. We just go." And I'm like, "You don't know the number of the beach you go to? Like, you're crazy." It's nice now, though. They cleaned it up.
Yeah, they did do a lot of work there. It looks a lot better.
I mean, it's still Queens, still trash, but it's not Jones Beach.
No. So you grew up in Middleville. Now Middle Village you grew up probably in its heyday.
Yeah,
like Guidoville. That was like Guidoville. That was like Junior Mafia.
It wasn't Junior Mafia. It was Mafia.
Yeah.
It was. I got a bunch of. The Mafia is like still around there, and like you just know the houses of the mobsters. Yeah. You just know who they are. You don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
And if you see them on the street, you're very polite. That's all it is. Like there's still multiple restaurants that I know now if you go there 12 o'clock on a Saturday night, everyone's playing cards, and it's very hush hush.
Yeah,
it's very hush hush. You can go to the back and you can get some other things if you need them. A couple suits off the rack. I'm waiting for one of these mobsters to hijack the vaccine bus though. That's coming, just to sell the vaccines on the side. Someone's gonna do that.
Someone's gonna have a truck on the side of Woodhaven Boulevard.
Someone's gonna right
next to the sausage truck by the cemetery.
Yeah. Just go past, go in the restaurant and go past the chef. Go to the back. See Tommy. Yeah, it's very mobster area. I guess you want to say. It's a good area to grow up in though. It doesn't change. It's still the same old shit.
No, like I still go. Like I live in Forest Hills, and I'll go to Juniper and
Yeah,
just
my
like ride
parents.
ride your bike around Juniper Park or walk around Juniper. And the old holdouts, they're not leaving, man.
No, like
Like,
my parents live 7 blocks away from seven houses away from Juniper Park,
oh wow,
and you know what it is too. I realized to get to Middle Village, you gotta take a train and a bus. Hipsters don't want to take the bus.
yeah,
They're not about the bus, and so it's they don't do the buses. So that's why it will never go hipster.
yeah.
It
The
will
bus is
never go
not
like
cool.
that.
The
No,
bus is
I
not
took the
cool.
I took the bus in high school. It was the worst.
Yeah, so did I. That's what I had to take. I could have went to.
Absolute worst.
I could have went to St. John's, was 3 blocks away. I don't know why I never did it.
Yeah, it was the bus home, about an hour and a half commute on the Q88. Oh God, it's
Yeah,
the way.
you had a ride, man. From
Yeah,
Middle
and then the
Village to
bus.
Holy Cross is a ride.
Yeah, the bus breaks down, and it's not like there's gonna be a bus right. Everyone gets off, and you gotta wait.
Yeah,
You know, wait. Everything like get off the bus. Get off, it's not like there's another bus coming.
yeah. I had to take. What was it? I was two buses every day till I
Two,
got
I
my
was
job.
three.
Jeez.
I was the Q88 to the Q76 to the Q38. I still remember it. It's like it's easy to fucking rattle off.
Yeah, the Q19A to the Q47. That was it.
Yep.
So now what got you started in comedy?
I didn't want a day job. That was really it. I worked a day job for a year. I was like, this sucks. This is the worst. I never want to do this. And I was like, let me try to be funny. And I sucked for a while, but you meet people, you meet different kind of guys. And what's great about comedy is that like you meet all different kinds of people. You don't just meet like I don't just meet the Guidos of Middle Village
What is it?
anymore. You meet like and most people, my friends that in comedy don't live in New York. They're not from New York, I should say. They're all from like other parts of the country. So it's just to meet them and see how they grew up. It's totally different than how I grew up. So it's cool to do. I love doing it. Apparently, I'm not gonna do it for a while now still, but it's just fun to
Yeah.
do. It's better that it's like every time I want to quit because it's like I want to quit like every other week. I'll have a set and then I'm like, oh, this is worth it. This is worth the pain and misery of not having money.
It's terrible. Yeah, you guys are getting screwed left and right, man.
What
I
are you
mean, they
gonna
just
do?
started Monday now, another lockdown Monday, and
Yeah, what do you listen? Comics are like complaining about it. It's like, listen, you tell dick jokes, relax. It's not the end of the world, This is not a real job. This is not a real thing to do. Comics that are just like it's art. This is our art. It's like shut up. It's not real art. It's you go and talk about your problems in life. That's not real troubles.
well, I mean, like with the vaccine and everything coming out, like you're a skeptical New Yorker like me. You're not going to be in that first wave to take it.
Get the
You
fuck out of here. There's no fucking way I'm taking that vaccine. That's how they get you. Are you kidding me? They're gonna fucking shoot you up with something and they track you. That's how the government tracks you. No, I'll definitely. I mean, listen, I'm not in the like the part where I'm gonna get sick or anything. Like
Yeah.
if I get corona, I'm not gonna die. That knock on wood, but like I
Yeah.
have a very small chance. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. I saw the vaccine was giving Bell's palsy to some people.
Yeah.
I saw that. I mean, maybe I should take it, and maybe I'll get Bell's palsy, and then my career will take off. Honestly, if I do that, so maybe I should take it.
You'll finally have a niche thing.
I'll have a thing. I'll talk like this a little bit, but fuck it. If that gets me signed by an agency and on TV, I'll do it.
The Mary Jo Buttafuoco of comedy.
Yeah, that's why she was that. That's right.
She was all screwed up with that.
I remember that a little bit back. Remember that was a huge thing back in the day, especially in New York.
I will always remember that for one reason. She got shot on my birthday.
Really?
Every year, like whenever it usually gets played, like they'll do that 5-minute bit about it every year on like the news, like this is the whatever anniversary of it. I'm like, yeah, today's my birthday.
Yeah, she was a piece too. Is that what was her name? Amy Fisher?
She was like 8. Was she 17? I think.
Yeah, 16? She was kind of hot though.
Oh, she was like the typical Long Island,
She was Long Island trash.
Yeah,
baby.
what's up? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if she was around today, she'd be hooked on oxys and,
I mean, she probably was back then too.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Well, I was
early.
That was like early 90s.
Yeah, she would have a Percocet addiction, no problem.
Yeah, she wound up
Percocets are
doing.
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now they're huge. In Long
yeah,
Island, everyone loves those. Yeah, what did she? Didn't she do porn or something like that?
yeah. She wound up doing porn. She did
That's
like
right. She did porn.
she married like I think some. She married some dude that looked exactly like Joey Buttafuoco, kind of that typical like Long Island juiced up Guido,
I mean, there's
who
only
was
like
like 50 years
There's
old.
there's like 4 different versions of those Guidos, so she had to pick one of the four. Like
Yeah,
25%. Yeah, I remember that. Didn't he get into shit too? Like he fucked his life up.
I
Wasn't
think
he
he.
doing celebrity boxing as well?
Yeah, he. I think he lost it all too. The wife stayed with him for a while. She stuck
After
it.
that,
Yeah, like after the shooting, she stuck around. I think like a couple of years, and then was finally like, you know what,
you know what
man,
that
I'm
is?
out of here.
That is Long Island loyalty.
Yeah,
That's what that is. Fucking Joey didn't do anything wrong. This hua.
yeah. This who tried to ruin my life. She wanted what I
Honestly,
have.
yeah, she wants my life. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I remember that. God.
That was so freaking man. That was almost like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
That's great.
almost. Well, the good old Long Island, huh? A little
Uh,
trash gets you. What a little trash does to you.
well, well, like for people, like you were saying, you work with a lot of people in comedy that are from like all around the country, and they don't understand like this culture, like in this area, is just off the wall. Like
Yeah,
like if you're from like think about it, you're from Middle Village, you grew up in Middle Village, I grew up in Astoria, and there are parts of our neighborhoods that we didn't know anything about.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
where
yeah,
to
yeah.
eat and like everyone in the store, oh, you got to eat here, you got to eat there. But you had a place probably in Middle Village where it was like, well, you go to Rose's Pizza then on Fresh Pond if you want
Oh
to get
yeah,
slice of pizza. You go here, you go there.
I don't eat pizza in Astoria. Astoria pizza sucks. It's terrible. If I eat pizza, I go back home. I go to either Roses on Grand,
Rose's
Phillies
on,
is
yeah, all
Phillies
right.
is good. The Roses on Myrtle is pretty good.
I love
Carlos is Carlos. If you go to Carlos on Metro,
no.
you
I
got to
think
go to Carlos on Metro.
we're on Metro.
Uh, it's
Call.
right off Gray Street. It's not far from Gray Street. My aunt lives over there.
All right.
It's I forget the name. I don't forget where it is, but it's on Metro. It's down. It's probably a mile down the road from Christ the King, the other way.
Oh, okay. All right.
More tar-
Oh, I know what you're talking about. All right.
Yeah, that's a good place. Yeah, I don't. It's weird how people like they don't know like they think a bodega is a deli, and I'm like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
even close to a deli.
Don't
Okay.
don't get a sandwich from there. Just
Yeah,
don't.
it's like you have no idea what a deli is
I
compared to
used
the.
uh,
Uh,
I used to go into a bodega early in the morning, and if you got there early enough, you would go where the cold cut section is, and you would see all the cold cuts eaten out from the rats all night. It was the most. It was
Jesus.
up in the Bronx. It was disgusting. And every morning the guy would be like, "You want something to eat?" I'm like, "No, I'll just have a cup of coffee's fine, just a
Yeah,
coffee."
coffee's that's all I
Yeah,
get from bodega. Coffee, and I might get a croissant in the morning, but that's about it. But yeah, these deli they have no idea what like real Italian deli. I'll take my
yeah.
friends. Like who I'm close with, and they're like, this is incredible. I'm like, yeah, this is how I grew up. These are the delis around here. Then I got the Italian deli, then I got the German deli by me. German deli's pretty good. Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, all the good pizza. Well, Pizza Palace on 31st was always my spot.
Everything's trash around here. I haven't had a good slice of pizza around here since I moved here.
There used to be Frankie's right where the train was on 31st. It was like that artichoke pizza.
Oh, artichoke is so overrated, though.
The place before that was Frankie's. It was delicious. I was
Really?
going there from when I was a kid. Yeah, yeah. But
Ah,
they wound
shit.
up going out of business. And
Yeah,
then I heard artichoke. I heard went out of business too.
Real artichoke is trash, and people
Yeah.
that's the one thing they come in. They go artichoke is good. I go artichoke is so overrated.
Yeah.
It's $4 for a slice. It's like get the fuck out of here. And you know what bothers me too when like they come into New York and this is how they order a slice. They go, "Can I get a cheese slice?" I want to throw up in my mouth. I go, "It's a slice. That's about it." Everyone knows a slice is a regular slice.
Yeah. It's. And then when people talk about like the violence going on, I was like, you don't know what this city was. It was like Grand Theft Auto when I was a kid. That's what it was like, fun. The video game.
Yeah, growing up for me though, I was in like the beginning of Giuliani stages. So it wasn't that bad for me. Like I remember, like when I was old enough to. My dad will tell me stories of him going in when he's younger. It was awful. You didn't go to the Lower East Side ever.
No.
You would have got jumped ever. You don't go downtown past a certain time.
Yeah.
Now it's just it's totally fucking different how nice it is. And like this is how like when they go to like Bushwick is kind of like old school a little bit. Some areas of Bushwick,
Yeah.
and I'm like that's how New York was though.
Yeah.
That's how the whole city was. It's great. It was great back then, probably.
Yeah, you knew what neighborhood you stayed out of. I mean, when I grew up in Astoria, there was stolen cars. I mean, Queens itself was a stolen car capital of the world.
I remember multiple times. My parents' car. I remember going out for school in the morning, and they had no tires on their car. They were on cinder blocks, and they in the middle of the night they get it on cinder blocks, and they fucking steal your tires, and that's it. Multiple times it's happened, right in like right in front of my parents' house. It's hilarious.
My parents had a car stolen right in front of the house.
Yeah,
story. It was it was just crazy back then.
Yeah, that's how how it was. You hope you got insurance, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
But it's weird how like I hate like the people that come in there, they're like, it's crazy you can't do this or that, and I'm like, you just don't bitch about it. Like there's certain areas you don't go, and that's it.
Yeah.
You just don't bitch about it. You just don't go there past a certain time, and no one bothers you.
Yeah, you know, like if it's true. If someone, where were you? Well, I was at Bushwick in 2 a.m.
Well, that's your fault. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's your fault for doing that. You shouldn't have been an asshole. You know? There's a reason why you don't go to Bushwick at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, I live there. Well, fucking, hurry up from the train. I don't know what you're going to say.
Now with everything going on with COVID, have you been working at all? Like doing stand up here and there, or?
Yeah, like, I'm not like actively going out and trying to get shows. Like I don't like in the summertime there's a bunch of shows in parks, and I was doing some of that. But it got to the point where I was like, it's cold now. I'm like, I don't. It's like, do I want to perform for 5 people in a park and like 4 squirrels not listening to me at all? It's like I've been doing comedy 10 years. I don't really want to like not have to be getting yelled at by a homeless guy in a park. Like my career is not going well. I know that. So it's just you just take what you can. I did a show last night in a tent that was really good. So that was fun to do, but like it's just try to focus your mind and your career somewhere else. Like I'm trying to get more content out every week, stuff like that.
Well, that's what it seems like a lot of comedians now are just doing. It's going to Instagram, TikTok, whatever, YouTube channels. It seems like everyone just gravitated to that.
Yeah, because you had to have another outlet, and that's the way to go. Like you don't have to be funny anymore to be successful. That's the thing. You just got to have followers. That's all you have to do. Comedy is weird like that. If you're the funniest people are usually the ones that are not successful. So it's just, you just try to focus your energy somewhere else and keep plugging along.
Now, what did you do before comedy?
I worked for a garbage company.
Private sanitation.
Yeah, private sanitation. Yeah. My name my background, the company I work for, not the best. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, you hide. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, basically, something along those lines. Yeah, but I worked. I'm still doing that. Just 2 days a week, just to make a little bit of cash. Under the table. Shh, don't tell them.
I got an envelope.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just something to do. Before COVID hit, I was doing decently in comedy. So, and then when this hit, you're like, you got to go back to your old ways. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, see, too, like even, what is it? A few clubs already closed down. Dangerfield's closed.
Well, thank God, honestly. I don't even been to Dangerfield's, but that place is not good.
Not
good at all.
What was the reputation of that place? All I've ever heard is bad things from comedians about that place.
It's where ghosts go to perform.
Really?
Put it that way. It's just, it's terrible. Like, they don't know what, no one knew how they stayed open. No one knew. Like, they literally, on a Saturday night, they would have 7 people at a show. And it's just, I thought
Ah, you broke up.
That like Rodney paid. Oh, so it was a ticking time bomb. It sucks,
Ah,
but what are you gonna do?
I hate to do this to you. You got to repeat that whole story because you broke
Oh
up.
God! All right, is it better?
Yeah, you're perfect now.
All right, yeah. It just they never want to get new blood in there. They never wanted to get different comedians in there. They never wanted to update the people selling tickets. It was just very old, dingy looking. They never made the place better, the place nicer. It's just very old. They were set in their ways. You know, it sucked. It was terrible.
So now, all you've been doing now is pretty much just like out. Have you been going out of state at all to do anything? Like, I mean,
I
is anything
I
different in like Jersey or Connecticut or anything like that?
I
Or
done shows in Pennsylvania. I haven't done shows in Jersey or Connecticut. Pennsylvania was outside though.
oh, that was a
So
Soul Joel
Soul
stuff.
Joel's has the biggest comedy booker in the country right now. Uh, yeah, it's outside, it's distance, it's good. I've heard not Foxwood, Mohegan Sun has inside stuff, but you don't know. I mean, it's just that's weird to do it inside. My buddy did shows in Jersey and then got COVID, so I don't think I'm doing that.
Oh wow.
So it's right now it's all up in the air. Now with the spikes are going on, it's just I think people are very hesitant to do shows inside as well.
Yeah. Now, growing up in Queens, what are you, a Met fan, Giant fan, Jet fan?
Uh I'm a Met fan, yeah, Met
Yeah.
Giant fan actually. I'm excited for the Mets. I have a podcast. I had a podcast called Sell the Team. That's when the Wilpons were owning it.
Met
Uh,
Giant, very odd combo.
yeah, it's
So
weird.
am I.
Usually it's
I'm a
your
Met Giant, so it is.
yeah,
Yeah, we're a rare breed.
it's usually Giant Yankee Met Jet.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, I kind of sympathize with like Jet fans because I'm a
Yeah.
Met fan, so I know the way. I know how shitty it is to be the second place team in this town.
Yeah.
So I sympathize with them. With they're 0-12 right now. They're going to be 0-16. So I don't look down upon the Jet fans like the Yankee fans look down upon the Met fans.
Oh yeah. Oh
So Yankee fans are pure trash. Let's be honest. They're
yes.
the worst. They're the worst human beings to exist. They're all mouth breathers. Honestly, the best part of a Yankee fan is that I know more about that team than they do. They check in like July, see how they're doing, they come back in September. There have been so many times where I have to tell my boys who are Yankee fans, so like the Yankee game is on, you want to watch it, is they have no idea what's going on.
I used to say the same thing whenever they would go, during those dynasty years, when they would go on like a 2-game losing streak. Some of the best radio you could ever listen to was to put on Francesa
Oh
and
yeah, Mike
Russo
and the Mad Dog. Yeah.
and just listen to these guys saying you got to get rid of the whole team. What
Now
is
it's
what is Tory thinking? The guy just
yeah.
went 3 in a row, guy. You got to get rid of him. Why didn't he put Rivera in and with 2 outs in the 8th? Why did he wait till the 9th for that? Dude, I
They
think
want
the
to
guy,
they want a Hall of Famer at every position.
yeah.
They want a Hall of Famer, and now it's. I love now that Cohen has money, and they're shaking in their boots. They might lose LeMahieu. They're not going to lose LeMahieu, but
No.
the thought of that is just it makes me so happy because they have not a clue what they're doing. Yankee fans, they're the worst. If they own the team, if Yankee fans own that team, they would be in last place because they would just get rid of everybody. They have no patience for anybody. They want to get rid of Stanton. They hate Stanton. It's so funny now. It's just it's how do I say it? Like they're the perfect morons, basically.
It's shocking because they usually had, whenever they spent the money, they usually got their money's worth. But the last few years, like you said, Stanton, what a waste.
Stanton's going to be an abomination in a few years. I love it though. But now, you know what it is though? Now it's like Daddy Steinbrenner is not there anymore.
Yeah.
Daddy Steinbrenner would spend $500 million, but he'd go out and make it on his own. His kids don't make money. His kids inherited the money. That's the worst. You never want someone who inherits the money. They don't know how to earn money.
Yeah.
Like with the Wilpons, the Jeff Wilpon, he doesn't know how to earn money. He was the worst owner. He didn't know what he was doing. Like Cohen earns money. If he spends $200 million, he'll go make $200 million. It doesn't matter to him. So the Steinbrenner kids have no idea how to make money, and that's the problem now. They want to get into this salary cap. Where old Steinbrenner used to just, I don't care, I'll make more money. That was his mind thought.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. What do you think of the Giants, though?
I'm liking the way they're going. I like Danny Jones. Joe Judge seems like he's a good coach. Joe Judge, it's kind of like he's like the young Pat Riley, I want to say. You know, he has a remind me of Pat Riley, kind of like not like his overall vibe of how he looks.
I was just gonna say, he's not a flashy dude.
No, but his presence and calming. The way he talks, the way he acts. Pat Riley was he won a championship in LA, but he just knew he could calm you down.
Yeah.
When the team was on a losing streak, and you had faith in him. I have faith in Judge doing well. Danny Jones, I don't know listen, I love Eli, so I'm still an Eli guy.
Yeah, everyone.
The problem with Eli is everyone now misses him because Eli never missed a game.
Yeah.
That guy was always a half a sack away from mental retardation. But I mean, he was always there every week, and he never questioned being out there. It was great. Danny's going to be a problem. It's going to be a year where he's going to miss a significant amount of time.
Oh yeah, he's gonna like test the Verdi that first game Achilles. Boom, done.
It's gonna happen. It sucks because he's good, but he has to run to be good.
Yeah,
that's the problem with him. He's got to Forrest Gump it a little bit, and it's gonna be, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but he's gonna miss 1 year. He might break a leg or break an arm because he'll be out running.
Yeah. Oh. Like you said. Hopefully the team's going in the right direction. I mean, they're probably going to make the playoffs. Hopefully.
Well, I never, with the Giants the last few years, you never say anything. You knock on wood. I'm a little scared for tomorrow because the Giants never do well against running quarterbacks. And I don't know if you've seen Kyler Murray play. He likes to run the ball a lot. So I don't know. Tomorrow will be a big deal with Joe Judge of let's see how he can contain Kyler Murray. Because Kyler Murray's a freak. He can run, and that's the problem. Giants never have a good game versus a backup quarterback and a running quarterback. Those are the two things.
Well, the thing that killed me with the whole thing, they were showing the rest of the season for the Eagles, the Redskins, and the Cowboys, and the Giants had the worst schedule out of all. They were playing over 500 teams, and the Cowboys, they had nothing. They were just
Cowboys are toast. Cowboys have no. They hate McCarthy.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is on his deathbed. It looks like it's done. They're toast this year. They're arguing with each other in the locker room. The Eagles have no quarterback. They got to find themselves a quarterback. Carson Wentz is trash. That it's going to come down to the Redskins and the Giants, which sucks because Chase Young should have been a Giant if they would have lost that game last year. I think that if they win 2 out of the next 4, I think they'll make the playoffs because the Redskins. I think the Redskins are going to lose this weekend. People have the Niners aren't a terrible team. I think they got to go to Arizona and play the Redskins. Redskins go to there, so I think the Redskins are going to lose that game.
Like you said, the 49ers aren't as bad as everyone thinks they are. They have a lot. No. They got a lot of injuries, but they're still playing tough. So
they're hurt. And Mullins is not that worse of a quarterback than Garoppolo. Garoppolo is overrated. He's not that great of a quarterback. So if they get George Kittle back, that'd be better. But who knows? I like the Giants' chances, but also it's they're not going to win this year. So I'm like, should they lose and get a better draft pick? I'm not sure, but we haven't had a playoffs in a while, so
that's what it is. It's been so long.
I love if they make the playoffs and they got to play Tampa. They got to play Tampa Bay the first round. I'll take the Giants. Something about the Giants, Tom Brady cannot do well against them. There's something about when he sees those that big blue helmet, he does not play well.
They're in their head. He's in their head. Yeah,
they're in
his head.
it's happened for his whole career, basically.
Yeah, those 2 Super Bowls ruined him.
Yeah.
If Philly didn't win, they would have been the only, they would have been the only, yeah.
I think I saw a thing where like if it wasn't for Peyton and Eli Manning, Tom Brady would have, I think, 11 Super Bowls or something like that. Where like I think he lost to Peyton a few times and he lost to Eli twice. So it's unbelievable the amount of times the man the problem is he must look at Peyton Manning like, I can beat you. You're the better one.
Yeah.
You're the better version of the little one, and I can't beat the little one. I can't take him down. That's got to bother him a little bit.
Oh yeah, he was such a clutch dude, Eli. Like you said, he was that half a sack away from being, a boob.
Mentally retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny about Tom Brady too? It's like this guy, he's 43 years old. He has no life. Like he has to play football. Like he probably hates Giselle. I think he hates Giselle. It's like he probably looks at her and goes, I can't live the rest of my life with you. I have to keep playing football. I'm gonna lose my mind if I just live in this house with you and the kids for the rest of my life. It's sad at 43 he has to keep playing. It's like, dude, give it up already.
I can't stand
21 years. It's like 21 years in the NFL. You should be dead.
Yeah, he can't stand that accent. Like, I got to get out of the house.
It's like
I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you.
It's he must hate her or hate his life or something. He's like, I have to keep playing football. I don't care if I'm 50.
Well, it's like that old saying: "Show me a guy with a beautiful girl, and I'll show you a guy that's tired of her. That's tired of her shit."
Oh my
I don't want to be around you. Get away from me.
It's something going on with him where you can't. It's like, give it up already.
Yeah, I don't know what. That is like you. No one's gonna get all those super
no. It's
there's
over.
no. They've tried to do the algorithm on that with quarterback, and they're like, there's no one out right now that can do that.
Yeah,
it won't happen for 30 years, 40 years, maybe.
The only people that play 20 years in the NFL are punters.
Yeah,
that's the only people. Punters and Tom Brady.
I don't know. Yeah, like you said, he might be retarded.
He might be. Listen, if that. Yeah.
I got you. No.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, I got you now. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Oh no. Like you said, he's just tired. He can't, he's got some mental type of issue.
Yeah.
He's got to be out there. Plus, too, you know what it was this year, too? I got to prove to everyone I didn't need Belichick.
That's the thing, too. It's like
I think that was a big factor this year. Like, I don't need that guy.
They both wanted to be like, I didn't need each other.
Right.
It's like, okay, great. You needed each other to be great. Just fucking stay with each other. Put your egos aside. Stay with each other. And supposedly I heard a thing where like Belichick ran the Patriots. Like he ran everything. And like when him and Peyton, when Brady and Peyton got like closer, Peyton would be like, yeah, I told the staff to do this. And he was like, what? Wait, you could tell them to do that? And he was like, yeah, I run whatever team I'm on, basically. And he was like, and he got pissed off. He's like, oh, I should be able to do this. And Belichick is like, no, I run everything.
Really?
I heard that was like a thing that like he wanted to do his own. He wanted to be in control of a lot of things.
Did you ever watch the documentary about Lawrence Taylor on Showtime?
Probably, yeah.
Belichick hated him. Hated him for his all the off-field shit. He hated him. And Carl Banks is telling the story. I forget who they were playing, but I think they needed the game to get to the playoffs. And Lawrence Taylor is just hung over in the locker room, and Belichick's on the board going over everything. And he starts yelling at him. Lawrence, are you paying attention? He goes, yeah, leave me alone.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Yeah. And he just gets up and he goes, okay. He goes right to the board and basically just shoves Belichick out of the way and runs the defense for the team. He goes, we're going to do this, this, and this. And he goes, they just destroyed whatever team it was they were playing.
Yeah, well, no, he went to the board, said everything that's going to happen. Then he goes, okay. And then Lawrence goes, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah. And they crushed him.
Belichick, he hated the fact that Lawrence Taylor could do whatever he wanted. That was what he hated because he knew how good he was.
Yeah.
And there was a time where like Taylor was late to a meeting, like 5 minutes late to a defensive meeting. So Belichick went to Parcells and was like, "Hey, just let you know, Lawrence was late for the meeting. He was 5 minutes late to the meeting." And the Parcells goes, "Well, why'd you start the meeting?" It's like he knew how. It's like Parcells knew knew how good he was. He let him slide, and Belichick couldn't stand that.
Did you watch that last show, The Last Dance or whatever it was, the Jordan thing?
Oh my God! Of course, yeah.
I thought it was. What'd you think?
That was you know what that was? That was crack for sports fans who needed sports. That was like it was just feeding us. It was like heroin. It was like, just give us the needle, we'll take it. I'm a Jordan guy. I love Michael. He's like one of my heroes. The funny part is like, if you followed sports and you knew I knew all those shitty things he did. Like, I knew he was an asshole. I knew he like fucked over people. I knew he punched Steve Kerr in the face. And then the whole revelation, people were like, I didn't know Jordan was an asshole. It's like, well, you have to be an asshole to be that great.
Yeah.
It's like a billionaire. You're gonna fuck over somebody.
When I watched that with a couple of my friends, we bullshitted about that. That's exactly what we said. If you want to be that, you gotta fuck somebody over. You're stepping on necks.
Yeah.
To get that high up, man. To hurt. You gotta hurt feelings to be the champ.
This is the thing, though. It's like people always compare Jordan and LeBron. It's like LeBron's a way better human being than Michael Jordan. Like, he does so much more charity work. He set up a school and shit like that. But everyone's like, you got to be great to be Jordan. Like, LeBron doesn't have that factor of like, I'll kill you. I will kill you.
Yeah.
Jordan was so fucked up. He made up fake stories in his head to get an edge on somebody. That's how crazy this man is. And people are like, I can't believe it. It's like, yeah, he's a psychopath.
It's true. That's how good you got to be. Like, to get you have to. He had to psych himself up every game.
Yeah, it's like it's like, what are you gonna?
No matter what, Scopo punched my mother in the face. Now I'm gonna go score 90.
Yeah, the best part was when Steve, what's his name, George Carl, didn't say hello to him in the restaurant. He goes, "We're both Carolina guys." He goes, "That's all I needed." Like, you're a psycho. You're an absolute psycho. He's probably the doctors. I mean, like, it was funny because his kids got interviewed the last episode. It's just like, he's probably like, just throw him in there. Yeah. This guy, I mean, his two sons, they just played like low level collegiate basketball. He's like, these guys suck, honestly.
Use your mother's name.
Yeah. Oh, the fact that, I mean, he's so hard on like everybody. There's multiple stories of him of guys trying to challenge him, and then he just goes at people. There's one story of I forget the guy's name, OJ Mayo. OJ Mayo is like the best high school player in the country, and Jordan's in his 50s, and then OJ Mayo like is schooling him in front of people, and then he kicks the camp out. He tells everyone to leave, go to bed for the evening, and then he plays OJ Mayo one-on-one and then destroys him. And then he goes, "Don't ever talk shit to me again." So there's so many stories like that.
That's awesome.
But it was a great documentary. I loved it.
You know what? I forgot. Speaking of the Mets, did you ever read the book, The Bad Guys Won, about the 86 season?
No, I don't read. If it was,
I'm not much of a, yeah.
If it was on Audible, I'll do it, but I don't read. No. No, I know a lot about the 86 Mets.
There was one story in there talking about basketball during spring training. It's Kevin Mitchell and Strawberry. They're playing a 2-on-2. Strawberry's on one team, Mitchell's on the other. And Strawberry is what, 6'4", 6'5". Mm-hmm. Mitchell was like 5'10". Strawberry keeps dunking on Mitchell and talking shit to him. Kevin Mitchell was basically a blood.
He's psycho.
He was either in the blood or the crit. Like, he was legit gang member. He finally snaps and begins to beat the shit out of Strawberry right on the court. The other two guys playing, might have been Doc Gooden and somebody else were playing. They tried pulling Mitchell off him. They pull him off, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "He did like white men can't jump. I'm going to my car to get my gun, and I'm going to kill him." And they looked at Strawberry. I mean, Strawberry grew up in South Central. They were like, "You better get the fuck out of here now, man."
Yeah.
He's going to kill you. But that book goes into how fucked up that team was.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was on coke. Everyone was on coke except for They said Mookie Wilson and Gary Carter.
Gary Carter, the only two.
The only two. They said those two guys would sit in the front of the plane, and the back of the plane, they said, was just debauchery.
Yeah, they said Gary Carter was the only guy they couldn't get to go out, and
Yeah.
he's the only one that would never go out. Would always be in the locker room early, never hungover, always ready to play. Yeah. Everyone else was fucked up, but that's how good they were. That they still won the World Series when they should have won. They should have won multiple championships. They partied. They could never party now like now they did back then.
With social media, forget it.
They would be fucked.
Well, the beginning of that book opens when they won the NLCS in Houston.
Oh, they trashed the plane ride back.
They trashed the plane. The next day, like they meet up at Shea. There's a meeting at Shea. Davey Johnson walks in with a piece of paper. He goes, $72,895. They're like, what is that? He goes, that's the damage we did to the plane. He goes, they want us to pay it. He goes, they want us to pay it. He goes, we're taking them to the World Series. And he just rips it up, the bill. He goes,
really?
Yeah, he's like, fuck that. The Mets can pay it. We're not paying that shit. We're gonna give them a ring.
How could you fuck up? Like, you're in the air though. I would be scared the plane would go down. That's what I would be.
They said they had champagne. They said champagne was covered everything, food everywhere. They said seats were actually ripped out.
Really?
I don't know how they did that. They said seats were ripped out. The book was written by one guy, was just a sports guy, but he got his info a lot from a couple of the clubhouse kids.
Okay.
And it has this whole thing, and it goes through how George Forster got traded. He knew he was getting traded. How he would sell bogus polo shirts in the locker room. He had he was like a mobster. He had bootleg polo shirts, and he would try and sell them to people. Goes,
that's hilarious.
Yo, these are like $30 shirts. I give it to you for $10.
That's so fun. Yeah, they were degenerates back then, and they all. But the one thing that they all could play, but they were degenerates, and they were gonna. It goes. Who said? I think was it Hernandez? Someone said we were gonna beat you, and then we would go out in your town, and we we're gonna fuck all your girls. Yeah. That's what they said. That was one of the things that they said they did. They wanted to do that on purpose.
They what else did Sid Fernandez? Remember Sid Fernandez? El Cid.
Yep.
I think Davey Johnson actually called him the dumbest man in baseball.
Really?
He goes up to Davey Johnson. His contract for the year might have been $500,000 for the year. So he goes to Davey Johnson is one of the smartest managers ever. He developed analytics, which is used today. Like, it's all in the book. How he was that first guy to go lefty on lefty, righty, like that whole matchup and look at the numbers. Sid Fernandez goes up to Davey Johnson and goes, well, I'm making $500,000. He goes, I want to buy a house in Hawaii. He goes, okay. He goes, yeah, but I don't know if I can afford it. Well, how much is the house? He goes, $450,000. He goes, well, yeah, you make half. Yeah, he goes, you can afford this house, no problem. He goes, how am I going to live on $50,000 for the year? Like, he had no idea what a mortgage was, nothing. It just
well, that's an athlete.
Yeah.
I played baseball. I know a few of those guys that would do something. We had a guy on my baseball team in college called Rocks, because he was dumb as rocks, and he somehow got into the school, but he could hit, and that was about it. That's all that mattered. You could pitch, or you could hit. You go anywhere.
What college did you go
to? Sacred Heart University in Connecticut.
Oh, so you weren't that far away. Oh, all right.
No, I don't. I can't go that far. I can't leave Queens.
No, you can never leave the hood. 718, baby.
That's right.
Where can we find you on social media, Chris?
It's just at Chris Scopo on all social media. It's very easy. SCOPO is the thing. All across the board on all the platforms, whatever there are, TikTok, all that shit.
Oh, you're doing everyone's going to TikTok.
I mean,
huh?
I'm on it, but I just look at girls' asses most of the time. I can't. I can't deal with it. It's too much. TikTok is so unoriginal. It's the same 12 people doing the same 12 dances or things. It's kind of the most unoriginal thing I've ever seen.
I can't go on TikTok because I don't want Chris Hansen in my living room. I don't want to watch I don't want to watch the wrong video, man.
You know what I did though? Since I got a dog, I'm all about the dog videos now. So my algorithm is all dog videos. It's great. I don't have to deal with kids dancing or anything, or 12-year-olds dancing.
All right. Well, Chris, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for jumping in the car and doing this at the last minute. You know, I
No
really
problem.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Like I said, you can check out Chris Scopo on all social media, SCOPO. I just want to give a thank you. You know, my usuals, I Can Paint, Time on the Job, Irish Whisper. You know, go check those people out. And you can check me out on social media, the Crack House Podcast. Go to my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, let me know what's going on. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Chris, thank you very much, buddy.
Take care, buddy. Be good.
All right.